During this month of Elul, as we engage in a process of reflection and introspection, it's important that we not allow ourselves to ignore our shortcomings and emphasize exclusively on those areas of strength and those areas of good deeds that we can be proud of. The Alter of Weinstock explained this idea by means of a parable. The Alter of Weinstock tells a story that in Russia, a long time ago, the authorities decided to ban certain luxury items. No stores were allowed to carry them anymore. And of course, as a result of banning those items for sale, the price of those items went skyrocketing high. And the black market was very, very strong for them. And even legitimate shopkeepers were trying to find ways in order to provide these items at a premium against the new rules of the government. And so the government established inspectors to go from store to store and house to house to search for this contraband, for these illegal items. So one storekeeper, let's call him Yosef, the storekeeper saw Ivan, the Russian inspector, on his way to inspect his store to see if there was any contraband, any illegal items for sale. So instead of hiding, instead of getting nervous, Yosef took a different tact. Yosef went out and proactively greeted Ivan, the inspector, and said, "Ivan, so nice to see you. Come on in." And the inspector was very surprised. Yosef, the shopkeeper, says, "Come on in. Let me show you around. Let me show you my store. I have nothing to hide." And he takes the inspector, Ivan, from room to room, from floor to floor, storage closet to storage closet, showing that the inspector that there was nothing illegal or untoward or problematic within Yosef's store. Ivan says thank you and goes on his way. Of course, Yosef did this proactively, brought Ivan the inspector in and showed him around in a way that the inspector did not see the hidden areas, those areas where the contraband, where the illegal items were in fact within the store. And the Alter of Weinstock uses this as a mashal for what we sometimes do or what we should be wary of doing during the month of Elul. The month of Elul comes, the shofar is blown, the David Hashem Ori is recited, our Sephardic brethren recite Slichot, and immediately we're called upon to engage in a process of introspection, of reflection, of tshuva, which requires us to think about those areas that we need improvement on, those areas that we have been negligent in. And instead, what do we automatically do? We justify, we emphasize the good, that which we've done correct, that which we've done right, that which we celebrate. Don't get me wrong, we should celebrate those areas that are strong, those areas of Torah life, of Torah, of relationships with Hashem, with others that we are strong in. But the month of Elul is also meant to be a time where we engage in the uncomfortable yet necessary process of going in those areas that need improvement, of those areas that are lacking, are deficient, those areas that are wrong, that need to be changed, that need to be improved upon. Says in the Alter of Weinstock, this is the real avoda of Elul, as expressed in the phrase that we say over and over again in our slichot. Nach b'sad derachenu v'nach korah v'nach shuva elecha. Let us explore our ways and investigate very carefully, not just showing ourselves and others the areas that we're strong in. Baruch Hashem, those areas need to be continued and to be strengthened and to be celebrated. But also v'nach korah, let's dig deep. Let's look in those less flattering aspects and attributes and characteristics that we may possess. And ultimately, v'nach shuva elecha, that process, as uncomfortable as it might be at times, is what is most meaningful and what is most necessary for this time of Elul that can lead to a process of transformation for the better, a process of